Hello everyone, this is Syafire and we are back with part 3 on how to design characters for beginners. This episode will be talking about the research stage. Now, the research stage is the next and probably most important step after step 2. We went over step 1, which was to get past the mental blocks. We went over step 2, which was the idea crafting stage, and now we're at step 3, the research stage. For the research stage, there are going to be 3 different categories we're going to be looking at. The first one being your character's physical appearance, the next clothing or possible accessories, and then the third one physical features, and we are going to go over what all this entails. Alright, so first is physical appearance, and there's a bunch of different categories you can break this down into. So number 1 is going to be your hair color. You know, what hair color does your character have? Do they have a crazy color? Do they have a natural color? Why would their hair be that color? What's the length? What's the type of hair? What's the texture that it has? There's references all over the internet that you can find for different kinds of hair textures, lengths, colors, style. There are so many references that you can collect. And for this, you would be creating mood boards that include imagery, again, such as the hair. Number 2, the face shape, oval. Is it heart-shaped? Do they have a long face? Do they have a short face? And a great place you can learn more about faces and facial features is Andrew Loomis. He is awesome. I highly recommend you picking up any of his books, to be honest, if you want to start getting better at drawing. He is a master at drawing, and he's a great person to learn from, so you should definitely have him in your collection of books. So for 3, we've got the eyes. You know, what color are the eyes? Are they wide, narrow, big, small? Do they have multiple eyes? Are they a cyclops? Do they have no eyes at all? Are they blind? What is the physical appearance of their eyes? On 4, we have ethnicity. So could they be a darker skin tone? Could they be light, medium, crazy colors possibly even? Are they from another planet? So maybe they have green or blue or red. My voice, green or blue or red skin colors. Number 5, their body type. Are they large, small, short, tall? Are they animal-like? Are they half animals, like maybe like a 𝐒𝐻 in Skyrim? Odd proportions? Do they have really big arms for some reason? And keep in mind, when you're going through all these things, you want to apply and search for mood boards and imagery for your character that helps support who they are and their backstory. Why would they have, red hair? Why would they have blue hair? Are they rebellious? Do they like dyeing their hair fun colors because they're an artsy, creative person? Do they have a long, narrow shape because they are an evil character? Usually sharp gives off a very scary sort of enemy type vibe, while round and soft gives off a friendly vibe. So keep all these things in mind when you are designing your character. And then next we'll go to nose, which would be number 6. What kind of nose do they have? Big, small, wide, narrow, no nose even. Do they have an animal nose if there's some type of animal? You see, the list goes on. And then finally 7, we've got additional body features. Do they have horns, wings, tails, ears, scales, feathers, weird growths? Again, this all depends on their backstory. What world are they a part of? Where did they come from? Why do they look like this? All these things are essential into building these different types of mood boards. So next we will move into the types of clothes your character could have. These are things that you can focus on, like different genres, sort of. Like 1, we've got tribal. Are they from a tribe? Do they have a long backstory of being a part of tribes and a sort of hierarchy system? We've got casual, depending on like if it's just a casual setting, are they a barista or something like that? Modern day clothing, which could be from whatever time period you're representing in that point, I guess. We also have futuristic. Are they from the future? Where do they come from? Are they going to have crazy futuristic looking clothes because everything that their world is a part of is years down the line? Medieval, are they further back? Do they have a medieval clothes? Different time periods, if you're focusing your story or your game on either like the 80s, 70s, 60s, or even further back than that. Formal is the next one. So are they a very formal character? Do they hold themselves up high and they expect people to respect them at all times? They maybe have like that sort of snotty feeling, or do they like being formal because beauty and looking good is really important to that character because maybe it's a part of their character traits? And lastly, are they maybe wearing some sort of alien clothes or from another planet? Are they outer worldly? Where are they from? Why are they wearing these clothes? Does it support their background? Does it support the time period they're in? Does it support who they are? Remember, all of these lists are to be addressed via mood boards. So if you don't know what a mood board is, I will show you guys some examples after we talk about these, where you basically go on the internet, collect a bunch of great images, and I'll give you guys some great references for places to collect images. But these are all things that are going to help you, start to build your visual library so you can understand how to move forward creating these different shapes to make your own unique character. So next is accessories. So accessories could be things like the weapons. What kind of weapons does your character have? Are they a mage? Do they maybe have a staff? If they are a mage, what kind of mage are they? Are they a master of nature, wind, water, some other elements that we've made up like sand, storm? Who knows? This is creativity. You can do whatever fits your world. Do they have some sort of sword? Does their sword wield some sort of special power? If so, what is it? What kind of power does it wield? And how can you make the sword's appearance, match up to its lore, to its story, to why it is what it is and what it does, And maybe a shield if your character's a tank or something like that. For 2, tools are also another really important thing depending on who your character is. So maybe your character has a compass all the time because they really like to know where they are. They're like the responsible one of the group or of like the session. Pencil, do they have a pencil? Are they an artist? I don't know, that's a possibility. Do they have a spell book? Again, because they're a mage. What kinds of accessories do they carry on them? Do they have an important necklace that their mother gave them when they were young and this is something that reminds them of their mother? Anything like that. And then next would be companions. Do they have a cat, a dog, a lizard, a dragon, some other creature that you made up for your world? What kind of companions do they have? And again, how does this fit into their story? How does this play to who they are? Why do they have this companion? What made them connect with the specific companion? Are they surrounded by an ally? That's some sort of person that's always with them? That might even be as important as to be on their character sheet. And finally, for the last of our 3, we've got the facial features/attitude, which could be established through both writing and imagery. So number 1 is going to be face expressions. So what I like to do is collect a board of art that I really like from other artists. I usually browse ArtStation or Pinterest or something like that to find expressions that I just feel like really capture a certain mood or a certain essence. One of my professors always talks about capturing the essence of a character or the essence of an environment or an object or a being. How, as artists, it is our job to show somebody an emotion and to show them who someone is through, just imagery. And that's super powerful if you know how to harness it correctly. And number 2 would be something like, how old are they? Are they a younger character? Are they really old? So maybe you need to go collect a bunch of photos of old people to, really execute the age correctly, because different ages have different features usually. And then 3, the body language and poses. What kind of body language does your character give off? Are they confident, so they always have their chest puffed out and they're looking up and they're strong and they're sturdy? Or are they more quiet and shy and they're like, I don't really know about this, and they may have like a more enclosed sort of look to them? So again, you can go on ArtStation, you can look at other references of concept art and characters you really like, and you can use that. You don't want to necessarily directly copy, because that would be something like plagiarism or not really be your own ideas, but you want to take all these things you find and you want to sort of create it and mush it into your own thing. And you may feel like it's very difficult to do, but trust me, if you start putting together these mood boards and all this imagery and writing these things out, you will be capable of much more than you ever thought you could be. So the whole idea behind all this stuff is that each point could be made into their own mood board, or you can combine some of these aspects onto one mood board if you don't want to do so many. But the reason references and mood boards are essential is to give your brain visual information to twist and bend to create something completely wonderful and unique in and of itself. And you don't want to be aimlessly shooting into the dark when drawing. These ideas above are only starting points, and you could really add to the list and keep it with you every time you create characters so that you can create really strong designs. You can use these tools, you can build all this imagery to keep building your visual library so that your brain is filled with a bunch of different ideas and multiple things to pull from, so you are not going into it blind. And again, equipping yourself as an artist with the tools you need, just like an engineer, just like a plumber, just like anything else. Mood boards are just like our hammer. Mood boards are just like our plunger. mood boards are tools that we use. It's a tool that artists use and should be used pretty much for everything. It has helped me tremendously, and I hope it will help you tremendously as well. Last but not least, I'm going to show you guys a couple examples of different mood boards. So for example, the very first character you saw in episode 1 of this series, 𝐒𝐮𝐻𝑢𝐫, my witch character, this is a mood board I made for her for clothes and just overall style that I wanted her to have. So again, as you can see, I have a really nice mix of clothes that are on actual people and different sort of inspirations I get. Like I knew I wanted her to have some sort of glowy markings, and I thought this was a really good picture for that. I knew I wanted her to have some sort of cute little witchy shoes, so I grabbed that. And I just grabbed a bunch of things that were really inspiring, whether it was from regular clothes that you'd see someone wear, or if it was somebody else's art that I've already explored different types of ideas. So we've got this one. This is another one I did for a game dev project I worked on. I really wanted to go with a cartoony environment background, so again, I grabbed a bunch of examples of this flavor or sort of mood. Again, mood board. I captured in essence a mood that I really wanted to portray in my work. And then here's a mood board of just a lot of art that I like and this style I really like. It's something to look at for inspiration when I want to start a new piece or try to replicate some sort of style. And I'm sure there's plenty of artists that you recognize in here from this mood board. And then again, we also have another option, which is PureRef. This is a wonderful program I highly recommend downloading. The controls are a little funky, but once you get used to them, it's nice. But you can drag things from anywhere, like, and drop it straight in and resize it. And this is really nice because it lays over your other windows, but it's called PureRef, and you can drag and drop things straight in. And this is for a D&D character commission I'm doing, a mood board. So look at how many different pictures I have, and you can simply click on it and bring it forward and just layer stuff, and it's just really inspiring and really great. And again, this is called PureRef. I'll drop the link down below to different resources, as well as some websites that are really good for collecting images. I'll drop those down below too. But again, hopefully you found this tutorial helpful, and I hope you can carry these tools with you for the rest of your life, because you definitely should. That will be it for episode 3. In the next episode, we will be talking about the sketching stage, everybody's favorite part. Anyways, yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this 3rd episode. If you have any questions, please drop them down in the comments. I love helping. Educating and helping other people with their art is one of my passions, so honestly, don't be afraid to ask, don't be afraid to reach out to me on Discord. And again, if you're interested in talking to me live about anything, I do stream over at twitch.tv/Syafire, SYA-FIRE. You can find me there, you can join the Discord, you can add me on Discord, anything that works for you. But again, thank you for sticking around, and I hope to see you in the next part. Have a good one, and stay passionate, everybody. Goodbye.